few minutes. I wanted y'all to have some Misha time. Truth be told, he feels short next to me and he asked me for some private time, so take good care, I'll see you on the set.
Thank you, thank you. What's that? Thank you very much. Thank you. I'm starting to like you people. Wow. Holy, word, that's amazing. There's so many of you here. I remember when I was just yay tall. My first convention was here. You've all matured so much since then. So much older, all of you. I have not aged. I'm actually significantly younger than when I was. Wow. Yeah. I thought it's just the memories are flooding back. And I'm having a panic attack because of it. Wow. I had no, I'm just sort of reflecting on it. I had no idea what I was getting into when I walked up here for the first time. I thought, this is a strange little experiment. Who are these people and why are they looking at me? And now this feels perfectly normal. What should we discuss today? What's important?
Anything!
Horse dancing, it is. Yes, so we will discuss horse dancing. Oh no, I didn't even know what we were doing. Dressage. Dressage. Oh, well we can integrate dressage into, does everybody know what that is?
Yes.
Dressage is when you put a dress on your horse. And it's sort of like drag, but for horses. Gishwets. We are already building the website for it. It is going to be very robust. What a sweet dog. My dog. Sleeping. This is the most exciting part of the day. You're sleeping. Yes. So it's going to be a big deal this time around. It's going to be, I think, Halloween. That's cool. Has anyone here, who doesn't know what I'm talking about? Most of you, right? You! Yes. It's a scavenger hunt where people do, people humiliate themselves and I get to look at the pictures. Oh, the dog hair. What? It's like college, exactly. I think I went to a different college. Yeah, the bacon was big.
Gummy bears!
Yeah, gummy bears are...
Raisins! Oh God,
You know what my favorite part about... So I'll just very briefly and then we'll talk about something serious. I'm just kidding. So one of the things in the scavenger hunt, I'm sorry to bore those of you who don't care about it, but one of them was a woman wearing a dress made entirely of bacon. And the guy called at the printer. We had the most, I hope they don't watch these videos, the most incompetent printing shop in the world was helping us print up these things. And they were like, uh-oh, super stoned all the time, and these were like two guys in the print shop. And they're like, yeah, I'll call you first thing when I get in there, in the office in the morning. And they always call, I call, and like, they finally roll into the office at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And they were putting, if you look at the calendar, for instance, even after I tried to proofread what they were doing, some of the months I think go up to like 33. You know, it's all just completely screwed up. And anyway, so it was, you know, time for them to have already printed them and sent them back to us, and still nothing was coming. And then they called and they said, "Oh, you know what? I think I messed up, and there's an extra page. Do you want to just like, do you want me to just stick another extra photo in there?" And And he proposed like a photo of a tampon, maxi pad, a seagull. And I thought, you know, that actually doesn't really fit with the bacon dress theme of this calendar. So I had a former stripper friend, happened to be visiting, and I was like, we're gonna do a little photo shoot, you and I. The friend is a woman, admittedly a fairly muscular woman, but a woman nonetheless. And apparently everyone thought that I had superimposed a photo of my virtually naked self with a piece of bacon on over a photo. So the photo is this friend of mine wearing very little bacon and nothing other than bacon, and me sitting on the couch next to her. And everyone thought it was me in both of those people were me, which I find emasculating. Not me. Not me. I look much more feminine than that. Hi, would you like to ask a question? Staying in front of the line.
Yeah, I'd like to start. Misha, I love you, and I don't know if Jared can hear me.
Jared, I think you're.
Jared, come here! Jared!
You were really practicing this for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, Jared and Misha. Jared and Misha can be in there. Jared and Misha. Jared, shoot! It's not working right now.
I don't know if you can hear me, but Jared, you're fabulous.
He can't hear you, and it's not worth saying that. Go ahead.
In the season 5 gag reel, you say there's a foot on my balls right now, just FYI. What's going on there?
I was pretty much speaking the truth. Okay, for me, the most frustrating thing about working with Jared on Supernatural is that he screws around with you. When the camera is on his close-up, he's all just doing it, you know, straight on, saying all the lines as if they're, you know, lines that are written on a page, exactly what he's supposed to do. And then the minute it turns around on you, it's like. And unfortunately, the director sits in another room and watches what's going on through the lens of the camera on a monitor. So the director sees just me going. He sees me screwing up every take. So the director's in the other room going, "Come on, Misha, what are you doing? Right? This Misha guy, you know, he can't do anything right." And it's very frustrating because they don't see. And then the minute that if the director walks on, Jared. And so it's very difficult to explain what's going on. So sometimes I need to just explain into the camera, just so you know what's happening. My experience right now is that there's a ball, foot on my balls, which is actually more often than not. That's pretty common. Who's Jared's foot? It's always Jared's foot. Except for if Jared has to, you know, run to the bathroom or something, and then it's Jensen's foot. Very briefly, and he will fill in, you know. If for some reason Jared has to step out, Jensen will make sure I can't get a take off.
Silly Jared.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi. Pie.
I don't know if this is on. Yeah. Okay. Question I've been getting help and appraised for this con is studio
Wow, very popular question. Wait a minute, so you've been asking other people this question already? Yes. It's recycle. Yes. Can't I get a fresh question? I don't like hand-me-down questions. Use questions. Recycle? I don't believe it. I'm not green. That's too green. You're recycling.
Okay. Okay, like my friend put this on that.
Okay.
Instead of your favorite cuss word, now you get what are your top 3 cuss words?
Okay. Shucks, dagnaggit, and golly. Hopefully there are no children in the audience today. I just sort of blurted that stuff out just now, not thinking, so I'm sorry. I apologize after the fact. hope you did not ask Sebastian that question. We should start putting together a therapy fund for the young ones. Shame on you.
Hi, Misha. Okay, so this is about your scavenger hunt. I just wanted to say that my girlfriend and my friends decided to ask me for help last year, and I just wanted to ask them if you could apologize for ruining my life.
You know what? I do feel bad about it, but I'm not going to say I'm sorry. No, you deserved it. For having a girlfriend and friends like that. You sort of painted yourself into that corner. Yeah. What did they make you do?
Well, I ate the sandwich with mint chocolate chip and meatballs.
How are you feeling now?
Still getting over it, therapy.
You know, that was one of those... There were different categories in the scavenger hunt, but one of the things that was what I discovered, I didn't even expect to find this. The ones that were kind of just humiliating were tremendously satisfying to watch. I just something about that one that was really funny because there was such nuance in the performances. What the requirement was, the consumer of the peanut, what was it, meatball and chocolate chip ice cream sandwich, had to eat it, swallow it, and say, And most people were sort of like, You know, I mean, it was really kind of hard to choke down. But there were a few people who were like, And you could really see that the light was going on in their head. They were thinking, you know what, I'm going to have this again. Why didn't I think of this before? So, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Hi.
Hey. Alright.
Are you reading notes?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Did someone else script this for you? Or is this...
Yes.
Who?
Fred.
No is the right answer. But you know, who is the friend? Oh, you did write them yourself?
No.
No. You have a friend?
Yes.
Okay. So is the friend ashamed? And are you the brave one?
Yes.
Where's the friend? All the way in the back, huh? Wow. And everyone knows who it is. That's the weird part. Wow. Can she stand up? He? She? I assume.
Stand up! Stand up!
Well, if you're someone that is, you know, not terribly outgoing or a little bit shy about this stuff, I just do want to call everyone's attention to you. That's good. Okay, so you can say it, but I'm going to look at you and assume that
Once your stint on Supernatural is over and the fandom possibly moves on to other stars,
fandom won't move on. The question is based on a faulty premise, but carry on.
No, full premise. Who does that? I know, I want you to have your fair share of the sun because you're onto something. I like the way you think.
Alright, so once Supernatural's over, how do you see...
Boo!
How do you see Random Max faring? Because your shenanigans raised around $20,000 for Hope to Haiti. So how do you think Random Max is going to go once show...
200.
No, wait, so 20,000.
200,000.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, you know what? You gotta get your fact checking now. Telling your friends to come up there and embarrass themselves with questions that make any sense.
You're close, you're only $180,000 away.
How is it gonna go? How's it gonna go? What? I'm gonna let Jared field this one.
I think it's gonna go real good.
Bye, Misha.
I'm gonna answer your question first and say it's gonna carry on because I'm really not doing anything. It's all you guys anyway.
Hi guys. Y'all go way back there, don't you? Thanks for coming. I hear you. Alright, Misha's a stander. I'm gonna start sitting. You are fabulous. Don't say that. Jared for president. I'm not old enough yet. Gosh. The hair. Beware the hair. Well, without further ado, I will start answering some questions because we have a lot of people lined up to ask some questions. Hi, I guess I'll start over here. How are you? Hi.
I can't believe you left. This is also about to ask my question.
Misha.
You can answer this.
Okay, I'll answer it for you.
Two questions.
You want to answer it as Misha? Wow. When I raised from perdition, Okay.
First one is, sometime, on multiple occasions, you've had to speak in a different language. Is that hard? Do you still help you say?
It's difficult, yeah, because what's difficult is the Latin. And I took Latin in school, but to memorize a lot of Latin in a row, it took saying it over and over and over and over and over again. Because I know what I'm saying now, but I didn't for a long time, and to say it rapid fire. And now, I'm doing some more Latin tomorrow. So I'm memorizing it. It is difficult, and we have a guy named Dr. Latin. We call him Dr. Latin, Dr. Morrison. He works at BBC, and he's awesome. So he helps out.
The second question is, at the beginning of season 7, Misha had to stagger off into the water and explode.
That's not a question. Yes. Yeah, he has to wear a lot of makeup anyways. You should see him in the morning. I laugh at him all the time.
You laughed at him, his costume's makeup.
Yeah, of course I did. I laugh at him whenever I can. And you know what? I gotta say, while he's not here, I gotta say, I thought his performance in the first episode of season 7 was awesome. If any of you repeats me when he gets back, that's your throat. Thank you very much. Hi, Sandro.
Well, two things. One is, I don't know if you remember last year in Boston, I wore a shirt, and Misha gave me a really hard time about it. So, Misha, I did make a shirt for Misha for the photo op. Unfortunately, he left, so you can't see it.
He left?
Well, I was wearing it.
Oh, got it. Well, I'll put it out.
Well, I'll show him at the autograph session. But my question for you was, who are some of your favorite actors? And who has inspired you throughout your acting career?
Some of my favorite actors are, I just talked today about Jeffrey Rush, who's, I love Gary Oldman. I also have a very soft spot in my heart for Tom Hanks. Yeah. I think the way, I was asked one time if I could have anybody's career, what would it be? And I said, like a Tom Hanks. I don't want to be that big and famous, but the style of roles that he does, he's a nice, classy gentleman. He tells some good stories. He does a great job. And I'd love to emulate him. Thank you. I love you guys. There's so many of you guys out there. Huh? Yeah, love it. How you doing, brother?
My question is, the Yellow Fever episode, is it hard for you to keep a straight face?
Yes. There were several times I just walked off. If you see, that's the one with the snake?
Yes.
I actually was so nervous, I was just laughing, and I ended up just walking off. I was like, and I practiced my speed walking. That was you earlier. I certainly had a blast. But you know what? It was such a fun episode that we were able to play, and that's how Eye of the Tiger was born. It's just posting around. So as nervous as I was during parts of it, as hard as it was to keep straight faced, I think we had some comedy gold come out of it. So it's all good, man. Yeah, thank you. Coming out. Hi.
Alright, my question is just really random, but if you found a unicorn, what's the first thing you would do?
I would ride that unicorn. I have to say.
What's the second thing you would do?
I would probably sing Walking Man's Road to it from the last unicorn. And then I'd say, you know what, unicorn? You and I, we gotta sit down and watch a movie. And then I'd watch a movie with that unicorn.
What movie?
Fast and Furious. New York Minute, duh. Thank you for the strangest question of the day. Alright, I'm not sweating.
Hi. If you were to go through your iPod right now, what is one song you regret having or embarrassed to have?
Groove is in your heart!
How do you know that?
Call me maybe.
I do not have Call Me Maybe. What was the other one you said?
Heat of the moment.
Heat of the, no, you can be proud of Heat of the Moment.
Hell yeah!
I think Groove is in the Heart was pretty embarrassing, but I've come to terms with it. Yeah, and Groove is in the Heart. It's there. So probably D Light's Groove is in the Heart. Hi.
What's your favorite supernatural being in the show?
What's my favorite supernatural being in the show? I like that Ruby chick. You know, that's probably the obvious one. But if I couldn't choose somebody I happen to be married to, I'd have to say I really, really dig Lucifer. I think it's a that could be an article. That could be really weird. Jared Padalecki quote: "I really, really dig Lucifer." But it was such an interesting character to play, and to also play off of with Pellegrino, obviously. That it was interesting to explore. So I thought that was a cool character to portray. Thank you.
Hi. My best friend Kaylee lives in Nashville, and she's gonna be here this weekend. So she asked me to tell you that she existed.
I don't believe you. What would she say to you? Just kidding.
I don't know. But I was wondering if you could tweet her to tell her that you know she exists.
I will certainly give it some thought. I know, how do you spell Kaylee?
Kayleigh.
Thank goodness I asked. So it's just not Klee? Okay, I'll figure something out. Yeah, that's very kind of you to wait in line to ask that for your friend.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, and tell her sorry she couldn't make it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi again. My question, my girlfriend and I actually came up with when we were watching Christmas Cottage.
All right. I haven't seen it yet, so don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it for me. La 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 la.
I'm actually a visual artist, and I wanted to know how much of the painting you actually had to do, and what was that like doing that? And have you ever had to do art before?
I'm I'm trying to think of how you asked those. I did not do actually a lot of the painting. The mural, I did some of the outlines with the chalk, but it was very, very, very difficult for me because A, I'm a horrendous artist. B, I'm a horrendous artist with my right hand. I had to use my left hand. And my left hand, here's how I throw a water bottle with my left hand. It doesn't really do much. It's just there all the time. And to hold my ring. So trying to portray a left-handed artist, it was a joke. It was very humbling. It made me realize, and I took some lessons with our, what do you call him, stunt painter? I mean, the guy who did, he flips and paints. No, but the guy who actually did the mural on the side of the wall, it was Peter, and he gave me some lessons, and I was like, I have so much more respect for people now who do this because I don't have an ounce talent. It's a gift. So I didn't do a whole lot of it. I have had to take lessons before, and I found out that I do not belong in front of a canvas. But I hope you enjoyed it.
It was really good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. The question was, in the show, it sort of painted that Sam was really short for a really long time and then had like a wild growth spurt. Was it similar for you when you were growing up, or were you always really tall?
It was very similar for me growing up. When I was a freshman in high school, I think I was about 5, and I wasn't short, but I was short compared to me now. I think when I was a freshman, I was about 5'6" or 5'7", about 110 pounds. And I would still answer the phone, and they'd be like, "Hi, ma'am, is this Mrs. Padalecki?" And y'all wonder where I could draw those tears from. No, but I didn't. I grew up in Texas. I grew up playing sports, and when I was a freshman in high school, I was about 5'6", 5'7". I walked in my parents' room and I was like, "Daddy, quitting sports, I want to be an athlete." I don't let just anybody do this, but I'll let him. But I quit sports to be an actor, and then I hit my growth spurt. So I didn't grow until I was about 16. That was magical, Misha. Thank you. Sam Girl has a Misha shirt. Where is it? Where are you? Where's Sam Girl? Look.
Here, Misha, remember you told me how much this shirt sucked?
That shirt
sucks!
That's a nice shirt. That's a classy shirt.
Thank you. And thank you.
Ask me questions and you can know.
That was a really sad short story that you...
I know.
So sad.
I know.
How did you like the question that she asked you?
Good. How did y'all like it? Was it decent?
Okay, you got a smatter.
You did.
I'm from Boston.
That's not a question.
Yeah, that's wicked pissa. That's awesome.
What your favorite part of growing up in Boston was?
My favorite part of growing up in Boston?
Yes.
Well, I love the sewage system.
It's a good sewage system.
Couldn't get enough of it.
I'm not from Boston, but it's infamous. The sewage system in Boston.
Thank you. I was fat when I was little.
Really?
Yeah.
Fat like PHAT or FAT?
I was not PHAT when I was little. No, I was just FAT. I weighed the same when I was 11 as I did when I started college.
Really?
What?
Picture.
And I wore plaid, what is that?
Leggings?
Polyester. Plaid polyester pants and plastic boots. So I was cool.
Listen, you're winning. I can see.
Not a lot. I think that for the most part it wasn't worth it. I mean, I got beat up some, but I don't think it was terribly satisfying to anyone.
He needs a Momo. How are you? Good.
What do you guys personally think is the most shocking thing that happened to you as characters that you weren't expecting at all?
I gotta say when I died.
You died a lot.
Nutcracker?
There was about a month period after that where everyone on set was only saying, "No, Nutcracker."
Jared's ready to go on set. Nutcracker! And the actor, you know, played it. He comes in. He's awesome. I've never met him, and we kind of have to go straight to a rehearsal. He's like, "Oh, Nutcracker!" And they're like, "Cut. Okay, here is it. Yeah, what's going on? Okay." So I mean, he was like whiter than I was. And I was like, how is this guy? Which accent is fake? The one they call cut or when they call action? But he's awesome. I gotta say, Nutcracker was pretty interesting. And to revert back to how I thought Lucifer was a cool character, that was kind of interesting to hear also, you know? Hey, you're gonna be Lucifer. Alright. Hey, you're gonna be soulless. Alright. What does that mean? That's for me. Misha?
Probably God. The God thing was pretty daunting more than anything. I was pretty. Actually, there have been several instances with casts where I felt anxious when I get a script. Like, oh no. How am I going to do that? It's ridiculous. But that was. No.
What's been your favorite stunts to do?
Stunts?
No, throwing Mark Shepard into the wall really hard. Mark Shepard is great. We like to sort of harass him on set. It's sort of like, you know, shaking him like a teddy bear or whatever. It's kind of, I don't know, there's something about him that's kind of like, it's really, I don't know what it is, but it's super fun to smash him into a wall. Maybe it's because he's a foreigner, and, you know. No, but we just all have kind of fun ribbing him and throwing him into walls, and that was but in a kind of perverse way.
I like jumping through the window in the cathedral.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was fun.
Mark Shepard.
That was a bona fide stunt too. Yeah, they really jumped out like the second story window for that.
We're glad.
What's that?
Mark Shepard said yesterday, every time he sees you, you pick him up and you like shake him around.
Yeah. I mean it. It's like I can take out whenever those British people beat up the Americans, I can beat him up for all the Americans in one day.
It's
like Misha said, we love him.
It's vestiges of the American Revolutionary War that are sort of coming up on us. That's right. Tea in the harbor.
I'm gonna dump his tea in the harbor. That sounds strange.
Yeah. It's like a possible weird double entendre there. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Sure what it would be.
Hi.
This doesn't really have to do with Supernatural, but
You're none of this is a supernatural connection.
who's the most influential person in your life?
Can it be
Other than Jared?
No, in all fairness, I mean, when I see Misha, I know exactly what I don't want to do. In all seriousness, though, I think and for me, it was my. Can I split? It was my parents. My parents were pretty.
You got half of your genes from one and half from the other.
No, the way they teamed up to teach me what I currently still believe is valuable. Yeah, I hope I can do the same for little Tommy.
I mean, what do I say now? I kind of hung out to dry. You took the good answer. I'm gonna call you Jared.
Say Dr. Seuss.
Probably my mom as well for me. And it's actually it's becoming more evident to me now having a kid because I find myself reflecting on things that she did well and wanting to replicate that in another generation. So that it becomes a little bit more clear now. Because I think you go through, at least I did, I went through a rebellious phase where I was like, my mom is, and now that I'm a little bit older and have a kid, I'm starting to think, oh yeah, I want to do that she did, I mean, she kept me on a fairly long leash. There wasn't that much that I wasn't allowed to do, and I actually think that
And he still disobeyed her.
it's actually true, but yeah, anyway.
Thank you.
I'm going to take off my thick corduroy jacket.
Yes.
It's printed. It's broken. You match.
Wow, we match.
I probably shouldn't talk into the fan. I was like,
What happened to your tongue? It's all bloody and cut up. You see?
I'm actually burning more calories holding this fan. That's all right. How are you? Don't shake. This thing is shaking. Oh, that up. For Misha.
Can you please say something in Russian for me?
In Russian?
Yes!
Do you speak Russian?
Yes.
Let me hear you say some more things in English before I give you. So you were born in Russia?
No.
Okay, where were you born?
Not in Russia.
Georgia. Oh, Georgia is in the Republic of Georgia. Okay.
Is that near Missouri?
They have great peaches. Yes, I can say something.
Thank you. Nah.
Was it worth the wait? No. What?
Gone. Put a shot. Yeah. What did I just agree to do?
What did you do? What? Oh, how? Yes.
Don. I said Don.
Hello, how are you?
Don.
Castile beer? Does that exist?
I wish you did.
Ah.
Would you drink it?
Because it's angelic quality.
Ah. Interesting.
I know what your question is. If there was a Castile beer, would you drink it?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You don't get two questions.
So music is kind of a big deal to me. My question is there an album that you would consider the most influential or the most connection you've ever had with it? And like one, it doesn't have to be your favorite, it's just something that you really connected with.
I have one. Fake Plastic Trees was off of Bins. So Radiohead the Bins. Things like that. That was very formative to me.
I guess it's probably is not my very favorite, but it's something that I've listened to for sure more than anything else. Baby Signing Time. Sing along, Baby Sign Alex and Lee.
Yeah, really? You know the Signing Time with Alex and Lee.
It's so.
You really watch the Signing Time with Alex and Lee?
It's all over and over and over.
I think there's subliminal messages.
Yeah. And man,
Yeah, no, that.
and you're just getting started on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it gets worse. When you're about 7, 8 months into it, and you've heard it 10,000 times, And there's a little person going, more, more. Baby.
That's the first thing that Thomas seems to be trying to do. Because I think you can see his hands, and they're like, la 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 la, Alex and me. So he's kind of doing, it could be a complete coincidence, but he's like looking at his hands.
He wants more. Yeah, zombie babies is what it makes.
He's doing the laser eyes. I swear to God, he is. Oh my God. I feel like a weight has been lifted off me.
I'm so glad we can now talk openly about this.
That's in me. Thank you, I guess.
I was actually a preschool teacher, so I know exactly what you're talking
You know
about.
it too. You were hired by Alex and Leah to come ask that question. You guys talking about it more. Thank you. Hi.
Hi, I love you guys both. My question is for both of you guys. We're going to season 8 and we're going to Purgatory. So what would be your survival kit if you guys are going to Purgatory?
Signing time with Alex and Leah. Because then I would just look at the DVD and be like, it could be worse. It could be on Earth watching Signing Time with Alex and Leah. I guess,
Salt.
Salt's pretty good. Pour in my eyeballs so I don't have to watch it. I'd probably take some like camouflage paint. I don't know how to use it, but I'd feel good. I'd be like, man, I got camo paint. And then chainmail, like old school. I think of like maybe like a top hat, a cane, and some chainmail. You know, because if you put it on and the purgatory beasts run up, and you're like, dude, top hat, chainmail, cane, you ain't gonna mess with me.
Well, I think that was sort of like my plaid pants and plastic boots. It's like, it's not going to be satisfying taking that guy. It's crazy.
That and some books. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Hi.
So, on the show, you guys have had like the opportunity to play a whole bunch of different characters, like you were Lucifer, and Misha was God, Cass, Jimmy, Leviathan, a bunch of other stuff.
And that weird character that talks funny. Oh, you said that, got it.
But you guys have never really had the opportunity to play each other's character. I have a script.
So okay, so there's stage direction, which I'll read the stage direction. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're Dean. No, you're Dean.
No,
You can't play Cassidy.
No, I'm not playing Cassidy. I'm playing Sam. Sam's not in there. It's a typo in one. Sam. Am I right? Is Dean to be portrayed as Sam?
You can take your artistic liberty.
I'm Sam. But I'll do it as Dean.
Alright, got it.
Okay, anyway, so.
Who do I play? You're facing the camera, right? Because
We got this.
So Misha had a resume that... This is absolutely true. One of his special skills listed on his resume was acting on camera.
So if you want me to throw a couple pointers your way.
Let's see if you're full of it, because there's a camera right there. Well, there are a few. Okay.
Sam walks through the empty cabin, paging through John's journal. He sets it down on the table and turns. Castiel is there holding a ceramic jar.
Okay, here's a ceramic jar.
But now I want to be actually Sam. Okay. Where have you been?
There is a lot.
Good one. How was it?
In a ceramic jar. Arid. These characters are very multi-layered.
What is that?
It is oil. It's very special. Very rare.
Okay,
No, you have to read stage directions. It makes sense if you don't read the stage directions. Castiel, so you're not Castiel!
Okay, so we trap. I'm gonna be Dean now. So we trap Raphael with a nice vinaigrette.
No.
So this ritual of yours, when does it go down, Castiel?
Sunrise.
Tell me something you keep saying. How are you gonna trap this guy? Isn't that kind of like trapping a hurricane in a butterfly net?
No. It's harder. Wouldn't it be more difficult? Is Castiel illiterate?
Yeah. Can you change this? It doesn't feel right for the character. What's that?
You can take your artistic liberties article.
Okay.
Listen, I feel like it'd be a period, not an ellipsis. Okay, whatever. No, it is more difficult.
So we can embellish a little bit. We'll make it feel more right for the characters.
I don't think Cass would be sitting down.
No, he wouldn't. I don't think Dean or Sam would be wearing pants at this point. Okay. Well, given the particulars of our predicament here,
Why are you messing with Castiel's phone?
I think Dean would be sitting down. It's very special. Tell me something. You keep. Where are we now?
No, it's more difficult.
Well, last night on Earth.
Yep. I thought I'd sit here quietly.
What do you say? Booze women?
Booze women. Castiel looks at Dean. And away.
You have been with women before, right? Or an angel at least?
Why, yes, Dean, I have.
I'm so sorry.
Many, many women.
Let me tell you something.
That is two things, Bertie.
Not on my watch. Let's go.
And that's how you make a scene, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Artistic license, like you said.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Man, those are big shoes to fill, that Castiel.
Really tremendously painful, wasn't it?
That was horrendous. I'm glad I could play Sam and not Castiel. How are you?
I just want to say hi.
Thank you.
Thank you. You have come to the right place.
You've come to the right place.
Are you still a fan of the show after what you just saw? We just sort of lifted the curtain to show you our process, and it's kind of ugly, isn't it?
Process.
So, since I want to be an actor, like when I grow up and stuff, I just want to know if you guys have any embarrassing audition moments.
I do. I do. And I'm going to say it. I auditioned for a Mandy Moore movie. Mandy Moore? That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm in the room, and the casting director is reading with me, and I'm reading my lines, much like I just was, and she's reading also, and the phone in the room starts to ring, her phone, her desk phone. And so I kind of give her a look like, I guess, are we stopping the scene? I don't say anything, but I'm like, do we stop the scene? And she kind of just gives me the, no, keep going hand gesture. I'm like, okay. And she gets up, walks over to answer the phone while I'm still saying my line. She's like, hey, how's it? Yes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, no, I'm in on this show right now. Yeah, I'll call you back. Okay, bye. And she goes back to her chair, sits down, finishes the scene, and goes, thank you very much. Needless to say, I didn't get the role. fine. That's a legitimate story.
I've had those moments, and it's tough because you walk out. I have walked out of those rooms and then been like, why? I just tell them that I hated them and I wanted them. It's one of those, why did I not?
Yeah. There are a lot. And then there are awful audition times where you can hear, where the walls are so paper thin that you can hear the other people auditioning, which means that when you go in there, you know they're going to hear you audition. And it's really strange. It's really uncomfortable. It's not a fun business. Yes. Good luck.
Do you have any other interests? No. Okay, that sucks. No, pursue it doggedly. Don't give up. It takes a long time. You have to be very persistent, and also try to avoid auditioning if possible. It's a very humiliating process.
But in all honesty, in all seriousness, you said you want to be an actor when you grow up. I want you to reword that and say you're an actor now, and you want to continue acting as you grow up.
I think everybody in this room does, because you're all such lovely people. It's just part of the show. Half the fun.
Carry on.
I'm starting to recover from that little scene we did.
Well, this question is for Misha. Sorry, Jared, you are lovely.
Oh.
This is brilliant.
I'll just be here flipping my hair. It's no big deal.
Anyway, I've been a fan since, well, I was 19. I listened to Weekly Edition once a week when I was doing farm work. Yep. So, I do have a question. It is what's related.
Okay.
Who tortured you with gefilte fish? This is yeah.
Have you ever had gefilte fish?
I don't think I've had gefilte fish.
So it's like a condensed pickled fish flavored sponge.
Oh, that sounds great.
Horrible. It's terrible.
Yes,
it's absolutely horrible.
How would you describe it?
Horrible.
Just a sponge and pickle broth.
It's let's just put it this way. There's a reason that you haven't eaten a whole lot.
Okay.
The scavenger hunt gefilte fish. Who ate gefilte fish for the scavenger hunt? I'm so sorry.
Dude, it didn't stay down.
Did you ever see like Jared Padalecki Swedish fish portraits?
Those are awesome.
How come I don't know about this?
Hold on.
Of Jared Padalecki.
Let me just pull it up and make it easy here.
Sit down.
Can your camera see? Where's the magical camera that does the thing? Is it invisible? It's invisible.
Okay. So this is you.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that beautiful? I mean, you have to say, you look really good. And that. But what are the dimensions of this? I think it's 4 foot square. 4 foot by 4 foot. It's huge.
That is awesome.
Look at that one. That's amazing. That's amazing.
I think it's wonderful.
That's amazing.
Can't see it.
That does not work, what I'm doing right now. Read it? Oh, it's Swedish. Oh, I forget technology. I actually don't know how to do that. Anyway, I'll work on that. Tweet? Just press that button. No Twitter accounts associated. No, see, I don't know how to do it that one. Sorry. There you go. Pretty good, though.
Pretty good. Pretty good. Who tortured you with gefilte?
We would have Passover. My father's wife is Jewish, and then my father converted also to, I guess, get married. So we had some Passovers, and we had some gefilte fish there. It's really lovely. It's very good.
Yeah, my Aunt Rose did that to me too.
And then of course it's like the Jewish equivalent to Easter, so you have the whole matzah monster come. matzo monster. I grew up with Easter, and I was about 10 when we started having Passover as well, and I had 2 half-sisters subsequently, and I thought, well, it's not fair, because we have the Easter bunny, but they don't have that kind of thing. So for my younger sisters, I invented the matzo monster, who hit stuff around the house for Passover. There you go.
So cute. Thanks.
Thank you. Hi.
Hello. Big fan. This question is for Misha.
I like your wardrobe, by the way.
Thank you.
Where are you from?
New York.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet
My question is, how would you like to play different versions of Castiel, like Hippie Cast, the Diamond Cast, or God Cast? And which one was your favorite?
That's a good question. It was fun to play. The fun thing on Supernatural is getting to play a lot of different versions of your character and not getting stuck with one thing all the time, right? I mean, that's one of the fun things.
Yep.
The other fun thing, of course, is working with such a talented and intelligent and good-looking guy as Jared Padalecki. But the other perk is just that. Is getting to do different things all the time. Future Cast was kind of fun. The one hippie Future Cast.
No. That's because Future Cast was Misha.
You're just saying that because of the drugs and the orgies. Another subtext that had a... Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
So I love both of you very much, and I love both your work and what you bring to your characters, but my question is more focused towards Misha. Jared,
Oh, that sucks.
3 times in a row!
What's going on here? Out of here!
I'm sorry, just if you want, you can answer too.
No, your question sounds stupid so far.
Anyway, Misha. As you...
Go for it. What?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
As
Can you please? I'm sorry, you're being
I'm blacked out, thank you. Okay, this doesn't look promising. The deck is stacked against you right now. You and the moose horns. Can I help you?
Come on, seriously, ask your question. There's a lot of people waiting.
Anyway, as you...
I'm sorry, we are going to have to move on to someone else if you're not. Go ahead.
Anyway,
That was really funny.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
Well, it just doesn't seem like it. Yeah.
So what do you want to ask Misha?
Do go ahead and ask it now.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
Jared, sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very, very serious.
As you've been playing Castiel throughout...
Just get it out quick, because we do have a little bit. I mean, there's a long line, so we got it.
I'm sorry, everyone. As you...
Listen, you don't want to hear her ask a question now? Maybe you also ask.
Big round of applause if you want her to ask a question.
Do it!
I'm trying. As you've been playing Castiel throughout the season, when he read out...
You're really going to let her ask the question?
I'm scared.
She's just tricking us by looking like she's
right there, and she's right there, and you're right here.
Yes.
When you started the character of Castiel, clearly he came in as a very stoic, serious warrior, like, just just very devoted angel. As you go throughout the season, you see there are other
It is
angels.
kind of lengthy question, isn't it? as you go on, go on.
As you see other angels such as Balthazar and Gabriel, you see that they aren't all so stoic, fierce.
Right. In other words, they played the characters wrong. Yes.
My question was, if you could go back, would you change anything about Castiel's character from the beginning? Or are you happy with his progression, just learning things on his own, such as, eating hamburgers, watching porn, and stuff like that?
I would definitely go back and change the voice of Castiel. Because I read the script. And the script in the first episode, the script shows Cass's voice is blowing out windows and the television is exploding and things like that. So I thought, oh, I've got to make the voice like really, manly. When I did that, I thought I was doing it for just 3 episodes. So, my voice hurts now.
You actually had an echo for a while.
Yeah, my voice was starting to give out. I think it was like season 6.
There was God's honest truth, there was a scene where it was Castiel, Dean, and Sam, and we were listening to him talk, and I actually stopped the scene, and I was like, wait, I hear a buzzing or something. Does somebody have their phone on? Somebody please turn their phone on. And our sound guy was like, I hear it too. Every time Misha talks, somebody's buzzing. I swear to God, I swear on my life.
They bought new microphones because they thought there was something wrong with the microphones.
And then they go, and then listen to this, and then they were like, yeah, Misha actually has a buzz in his voice. And Misha's like, wait, what? Like, yeah, whenever he does it, we actually bought new mics for him, thinking that our mics were broken, but you had disrupted something in your vocal cords. Legitimately, very, very truthfully.
So I would go back and change that, probably, for medical reasons. Yeah, I think that's probably the main thing. I'd probably also get a suit that fit. I was also very cavalier about that, thinking, yeah, it doesn't matter, it's just a couple episodes of a TV show nobody watches.
And then you got the dance.
I didn't know anything about the show when I started either. I had never watched it, so
that's why I look like he's on a different TV show, because he was at first.
Well, I just wanted to say your masculine voice and all 6 feet of you are very masculine. So.
Thanks for the pat on the head.
Thank you for answering that.
Thank you for getting that question out.
Can we just skip this?
Yes, all 6 feet of you make it very difficult for 5'1" me. But,
You do well. You do well.
But hi there. As I figured out that you were going to be here again, I decided that I wanted to dress up as Leviathan Castiel to ask you how you trained to do that evil laugh at the very end of the first episode.
Do it.
Trained is a very strong word. Yes, I just wanted to throw up at that point. I was very sick and wanted to throw up. I was the sickest I've ever been shooting. And so that laugh was just,
It was, I finally get to get off set.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Hi.
What's up, guys?
So.
Me and Aussie here, we were having a really intense conversation at lunchtime, and it kind of digressed to comparing body parts. And the was our weenus. So we were wondering about the state of your weenuses, or what the English name of the weeni.
Is that how it pluralizes? Mine's okay. It's good. You all have good ones? Mine's good.
Mine is a little soft right now.
Mine's all right. Dead. Can't feel anything. Very good. Keep it real.
Thank you. I hope it was worth the wait.
Hi, I have to beg to get this question in, so I'm going to try to make it as fast as I can.
What's your name? Wasting so much time asking Misha a question.
This is for both of you, and it's just wondering, your relationship, you guys seem really strong together on set. It comes off on screen, and obviously you like to prank each other. So I was wondering how long it took you to develop that relationship.
day. It's pretty instant. Yeah. I basically didn't like him from the get-go, so it just hasn't really changed. I think it probably took you a while to realize that we were doofuses.
Oh, it took me a long time.
Yeah, it took you. Yeah.
It took me an embarrassingly long time.
Yeah.
I think I didn't get you guys at all until probably the end of season 4.
That's unfortunate.
It took about a year. Yeah.
And it took us a while.
I was just feeling like I was being hazed. I was a freshman being hazed for about a year.
It kind of was. But he, some of you have heard this story, but the first day he showed up, and I knew he was going to be there for a while, Jensen had a scene with him, and I was like, so what's with the new guy? Have you worked with me? He's like, yeah, I did a scene with him. I'm like, what's the deal? He's like, he's weird. I swear to God. And we're leaving the stage, we're walking, and so Jensen and I are walking to our trailers, and I'm like, well, what do you mean? Like, he's like, strange? You're like, no, he's nice, but he's, oh my God, he's right there. And Misha was sitting on the back of like a grip truck or something. I don't know what you were doing, but you were just sitting there. And he was kind of sitting there, and Misha was kind of looking at us. I don't know if you were method or something, or whatever it was. We were just like, how's it going? He's kind of weird, huh? He's Canadian. So we thought he was a little strange. But now we know he's strange. Now unequivocally know that he's a kooky character. That's from us. But
thanks, man. That means a lot.
It took him a year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi, this question is actually for Misha.
Oh. What's it gonna do?
No, I'm kidding, for both of you. Can you guys tell us about a dream you recently had that you remember? Or like your most memorable dream? Like when you sleep, you know, like...
I don't think that would be appropriate.
I have one that happens a lot. I can fly, but I have to run and jump really hard. And I get tired. I swear. Y'all have weird dreams too. You can't laugh at my dreams. Yeah, seriously. I can fly, but I have to get a really good running start and then jump. And then I gradually, when it becomes really important to be able to fly, I'm too tired. I don't know what that means, but it's a real dream. Super Mario in Super Mario 3. That's right, with a little feather.
I saw this movie called Waking Life. Have you guys seen it? It's sort of an animated movie about lucid dreaming. It's actually kind of a cool, strange, surreal little movie. And I saw that and I decided, well, that's it. I'm definitely going to learn how to lucid dream because that looks great. You can fly. You can, have sex with as many people as you want at once. You can do anything. But there's a regimen to it.
Sebastian?
Well, that was pretty tame by Sebastian standards, I think. He would have explained exactly how and with whom. And so there's little things you have to do, like during the day you have to flip light switches. Actually do this when you're walking around, because in a dream, if you flip a light switch in a dream, the lights won't change. That's one of the things that your brain can't process in a dream.
Really?
So if you make a habit of it during the day, then in your dreams you'll be in the habit of doing it, and then that'll tip you off. Oh, I'm dreaming.
Why do you spin the top?
Oh, that's right. And then there's a few other things, like you can't actually can't read, so pick stuff up and read during the day, which is obviously unrealistic. I'm not going to do that. I finally had a lucid dream, and I was like, I'm lucid dreaming. This is great. I've had one, and I went for a jog. And I woke up and I was like, you idiot! You do that every day. What are you doing? Completely wasted it, and then I gave up on it.
That's cool. I'm gonna try that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
My question is, what's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal is a moose.
My favorite animal is has to be ponies at this point.
Vampire bats.
That woman has an amazing comic plan. The way the cute voice, like, oh, and we respond so sweetly. Vampire.
Thank you very much. Round of applause. Thank you.
Thank you.
You with the goatee. What's your question?
I just like to say I'd like you guys to get off the stage.
No! That guy's scary looking. I'm gonna listen to him. Thank you guys for. Supporting us and showering us with all sorts of support and flattery. I didn't shower today. No, I don't want to, shower twice a month, whether I need to or not. I love you guys. So excited to be.